You carried a fear that wasn't yours, a dread that settled in your bones, making you small, making you doubt. But whose voice was it really whispering don't? You became fluent in "I'm fine," expert in changing the subject, master of the polite smile that never quite reached your eyes. You perfected the art of disappearing behind the act. You mistook inherited anxiety for intuition, believed that needing space meant you were broken. But intuition without discernment is just noise wearing a mask of wisdom. You normalized the ache of hypervigilance, believed this was just how you were wired, that safety was optional, that your true self was too risky to show. You equated asking for help with weakness, believed that leaning on others meant you were failing them. So you carried the load alone, even when your soul craved support. But what if the fear wasn't a flaw? What if it was data? A signal from the part of you that knew something was wrong and was trying to get your attention? You fear the silence that might follow if the act stops. You fear being truly seen might mean being found out, that underneath you're not enough. You've worn the label of strong like a badge, not realizing it was also a cage. A cage that kept you from asking for help, from showing your pain, from being truly supported. You've learned that being needy meant being burdensome. So you gave constantly, even when your own cup was empty, even when your soul craved nourishment. The truth is, the act itself is the exhaustion. The pretending, the performing, the constant management of how you appear. It's what's draining you. You've been told to hold it together, to keep it together. But what if holding it together is what's keeping you apart from connection, from peace, from yourself? You've spent so long being the character everyone wanted. You've almost forgotten what it feels like to just be, to exist without a script, without constantly scanning the room for cues on how to show up. What if the ache wasn't a flaw? What if it was data? Your body, your mind. They were trying to tell you something was wrong, and they were right. You are not too much. You are not broken. You are human. And being human means having needs, having feelings, having a right to exist without a performance. Real love, real connection isn't built on your performance. It's built on your presence, exactly as you are, messy, complex, and whole. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about integrating it, making peace with the child who learned to perform, and giving her permission to rest now. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to take up space without apology. You are allowed to be you. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you to perform. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't have to perform anymore. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to be perfect. You can start right where you are, honoring the real you that's been waiting. Start listening again to your body, to your boundaries, to that small voice that whispers, "This doesn't feel right." It's time to stop normalizing what harms you. You are worthy of love exactly as you are. Not for the act you put on, but for the beating heart beneath it. Not for your performance, but for your presence. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about rewriting the story. Not to forget the pain of performing, but to understand its role and reclaim your power to be seen. The mask you wore was never yours to carry alone. It was a burden placed upon you by a world that didn't understand. And now, it's time to lay it down. You are not broken. You are human. You are complex. You are worthy of love, support, and gentle healing. Exactly as you are. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Sometimes the deepest wounds are the quietest. For a gentle guide to help you identify, understand, and begin to heal these hidden parts of yourself, explore the link in the description.